What's up, my fellow benchwarmers? Welcome back to another episode of Bench Time. I'm Ben. This is Tyler.
And in this week's episode, we're going to go over week 11, of course. Another great week of football.
Another great week.
We're going to go over power rankings because it's that time. It's been 2 weeks already.
It's getting close to the
time to
playoff
talk
time,
about
too.
exactly who's going to be in the playoffs. We're going to do a little new segment. Stay tuned for that one.
Yeah.
And then, we're going to dive right into week 12 right after that.
Let's do it.
Let's get started with a little recap of this week's football slate, or this past week's football slate.
And both of our teams had an interesting week.
We had to start it out with sadness, I see, huh?
Well, not for
For
me.
me, jeez.
Not for me. We basically
Gosh.
did what the Chiefs did
I thought we were
going
to
to
wait a little bit on that one. I was delaying the inevitable.
We have to hit it here first on the channel when the undefeated team goes down. Finally, the last one standing. Hey, you're 9-1. Okay.
Yeah.
You're still in a great spot.
I should have expected this.
Yeah. Knew it was coming. Should have expected it. Had to want it.
Yeah.
Play like a champion.
We'll dive into that one.
But
later. But yeah, we're not undefeated anymore.
Mm-mm.
But that's okay. It's fine. Let's get on to this.
All right, so we got Minnesota at Tennessee kicking off the Week 11 slate. Minnesota covered their spread pretty easily in this one. Tennessee will be forbidden in the land coming up in the future, so don't expect any good things to come out of the Titans from our mouths.
Yeah, the Titans are on the shit list.
Vikings
we had them
too.
+6, and they did not cover.
Vikings too, just because I hate them, and they've played 2 AFC South teams the past 2 weeks and have been ass in both of them.
Yeah, it hasn't looked good.
So
anyways, next, the Packers at the Bears.
This game
who covered +5.5 for me. Did not cover for you, but you had the same thing that happened to you this week that happened to us last week. So I bet that feeling was way better.
Which is crazy. It's crazy to think that something like that happens for you guys, which probably hadn't happened in a game, I don't know, probably at least 5 to 10 years at least. But for them to go back-to-back weeks is crazy.
Yeah.
And both the last play
already, and then it goes back-to-back.
Oh, my gosh.
It's awesome, though.
It was. It was awesome.
It was awesome. When I saw it happen, I was like, awesome. Like, that was literally my reaction. I was like, this is awesome. It's happened back-to-back and in the same household.
Dude, I fully expected my bets to be gone because I'm sitting there. All of them have a Packers money line or -1, so still got lucky with that. But just sitting there, I was like, okay, I just figured out how much money I had. Like after that, I was like, all right, well, those lost, but it didn't.
So, yeah, it's over when you're counting your income after.
Oh, man. You should see me just inside of my sister's house, just jumping up and down. Dude, I was yelling. Jay was asleep.
Bruh.
I know. Yeah, Jay, let's get it together, bud. All right? All right. No more staying out till 8 a.m. But he got up. He walked into the living room there. It was. Man.
So what happened to Jay last week happened to me.
Yeah. No, exact same thing. That's crazy to think. Yeah. Both
a double
people
entendre.
Pass out, wake up to a field goal getting blocked. Isn't it beautiful? And that's about
simulation messed up a little bit on that one.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
They're like, dang it.
Like, did we fix that issue
in the
in the graphics department?
Get your ass over here. We need to have a conversation. Said, did you really let this happen 2 weeks in a row? Said, this got 2 people out here who are on to us now.
2.
Because of what you have just done.
Just 2. And that's just me and him. And that's it.
Watch out.
We're coming for you.
Some underwater base. All right, now we're getting on aliens, and I just can't continue.
No alien nonsense right now. But Green Bay, it was good to see that. We got to play better as a whole.
Thank you, Bears, for covering.
Shout out to Bears. They played a good game. Caleb looked pretty good. Offense looked like it was starting to get some rhythms. He started to make quick throws, which is good. He wouldn't hold on the ball too long.
Yeah.
But
I was saying last week, Yeah, when a coach gets fired, the team plays hard too. But sometimes it could be the offensive coordinator just sucking.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
and
that's could be as simple as that.
yeah,
I mean, it was like whenever,
and from like a Bears office perspective, they're gonna want to fire an offensive or defensive coordinator before the coach, especially with a new QB
yeah,
in the system, new wide receivers, all that stuff. They're
yeah,
like, okay, how about it could just be the offensive coach. We'll start there
right,
because I mean, what if they fired Eberflus and then the offense still looked the same?
right. I mean, they fired Eberflus, and then you could have had just a 180 effect where the whole team's crumbling now just because of that.
Right.
But I mean, if you go look at JSN and his, interviews, talking about Shane Waldron, their offensive coordinator, he was like, "So what do you have to give to Bears fans about their new offensive coordinator?" He goes, "Uh, uh, good luck."
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much how it was. I saw the numbers from Shane Waldron in Seattle last year till this year, and
Yeah, I saw a route like those route
yeah,
graphics
yeah,
that
like
Next
Amazon.
Gen Stats does,
Yep,
something like that. And the routes that he did or that JSN did in Seattle last year look exactly like the routes DJ Moore is doing right now.
yeah, exactly the
So,
same thing. Yeah,
but hey, this last game looked different. So,
yeah.
all right, moving on. The Jaguars went to Detroit and expected a destruction, and they got destruction.
Yeah. I think we said you could maybe go over -13 on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And you definitely could because they won 52-6.
And if you bet a scoregami on that, show me the ticket.
Yeah, that was probably what I would assume
It
scoregami
probably wasn't
odds
even on there.
plus 8,000 maybe plus
10.
10,000
10.
somewhere around there. But hey, Lions are a wagon. Jared Goff looked better this week, so obviously than his 5 interception performance from the previous week.
Hey,
But
one cat looked bigger than the other.
hey, a lot of meows in that room. A lot
All
of
right.
meows.
The Ravens went on to see the good old Steelers in Pittsburgh, where they were favored by 3, and they did not cover that, as the Steelers won 18-16.
Shout out Chris Boswell. I think that is the Steelers' MVP of the season so far because I think
2 games
he's
won.
won 2 games without
Yeah, week
a
1 and
touchdown
now.
scored. Dude's a dog. I mean,
Winning by field goals is demoralizing to the other team. It's got to be.
we should start talking about Chris Boswell as potential one of the best kickers in the league. Like top, like he might be past. Like Justin Tucker's been having a rough year this year.
A lot of kickers have this year too. So.
Didn't Justin Tucker missed a kick or two in this game?
He missed 2, I think.
They could have caught that.
Yeah.
Would have
would have won
covered.
the game, but
Covered
would have, could have, should have,
would have covered our 3 points too. Let's
Okay.
get it together,
It's
Tucker.
okay. It's all right. So yeah, I think it's time to accept the Steelers for me personally, though.
Yeah.
I've been kind of defying them all year, like, they started 3-0, they lost 2, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. And now they are 8-2. They just beat the Ravens.
Yeah. These aren't the Steelers that were 11-0 that we all knew were frauds at one point. This is the Steelers of now with Russell Wilson, George Pickens, Najee's playing great.
Yeah.
Offensive line is actually an offensive line for once. The defense is. I mean, what else do you want out of your defense?
Yeah.
Holding the Ravens to 16. I mean,
the only thing that is giving me, despite about the Steelers is the fact that they have won 2 games off of field goals. You're not going to win in the playoffs doing that. Oh, we got spillage.
we had a minor party foul on aisle 4.
Spillage.
Clean up.
Not really. All right. So yeah, I guess it's time to accept them.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. The Raiders go on to Miami, where they're favorited, or the Dolphins are favorited by 7 again for the second week in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And we're both going to be taking them. Wait.
We'll be taking them later in the episode. As of right now, they did cover our 7.
Yeah, that confused me because they are favored 7 right now.
It's very odd that a team gets favored the same amount of points twice in a week.
That threw me off there for a second.
But Miami, they're 4-6 right now. I think always a shot right now until you're fully eliminated from playoff contention. But this team could possibly sneak into that 7th playoff spot.
Yeah, just like last year, they could sneak
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Except it's the other way around. Instead of them falling apart last year, they'll be probably heating up at the end of the year.
It's going to be a big question. They have a so and so schedule coming up. I mean, they play us. They play the Niners. I mean,
Houston.
they have a couple Jets games, so I mean they, you know
They
they
could lose 1 or 2 there, but they still might have a chance.
I mean
So
9-8, 9-8, 10-7 could possibly get you in the playoffs, and it's going to depend on kind of the Broncos situation right now.
yeah,
Being 6-5, they're holding that
Colts.
2-game lead over them.
They're a little sneaky in there.
Colts are just like, it's so random. It's just they win this week or they lose this week, and it's Anthony Richardson,
Or Joe Flacco.
and it's like you could mix it any 4 ways you want.
They
but
still just have good pieces, so
it's-
if they can just kind of get some things together, then
yeah,
look out for them too.
the defense
Chargers,
sneaky.
Broncos too, like you said.
Yeah, I think
That could be 2 wild card spots.
I think Chargers
Easy.
for sure. I think are like, just looking at them this as of right now, I think they're in. Dolphins,
Yeah,
they're gonna have to claw. Dolphins are gonna have to claw.
they are.
To
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. And then the Jets aren't technically ruled out either. It's really hard to rule out Aaron. I know they look terrible, but that's like the literal last option.
I've ruled them out. They're ruled out in my book. You're hearing it here first from Bench Time.
What?
We are the first official, unofficial NFL page to tell you that the Jets have been eliminated from playoff
They are
contention.
eliminated.
Thank
Hey,
you.
it was a good run, Jets.
Thank you.
Hey, shout out.
Aaron.
But look forward to next year, as you guys have 0% chance of making the playoffs.
We're not even talking about you right now. We had to bring you up. This is a ESPN type deal we're doing, but it's for a good reason, because you guys
This
suck.
is journalism here.
You suck.
You suck.
Devontae, I'm partially cool with you, but at the same time,
Yeah, Devontae, we're partially cool with you.
yeah. And Joe Douglas, you suck.
Joe Douglas, you suck.
Um,
It's not like that one dude from The Sandlot copies. That's what I'm going for. But I think it's
Pretty good.
adding emphasis. Because maybe they're over there like, dude, tell that one dude in the back to shut up.
tell your hype man to like quite the fuck. Like,
Tell your hype man to dial it to a 9. We're at 11 right now.
your hype man's up here, brah. We need him down here, brah.
Dude,
Like, take
well,
your
hey,
Donner
We're in
notch.
New York, though, so they're like really mean about it.
Yeah.
Say, will you? They throw a brick at us. Shut up!
You fucking stupid.
Stupid. All
All right.
moving on.
So Jets.
So
suck.
yeah, Dolphins
That's
making
it.
the playoffs. Who knows? Stay tuned.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams went to New England, where the Patriots were not favored, of course, but 4.5 was the spread. I took them 4.5. I lost. You took the Rams minus 4.5. Congratulations, they won.
They won 28-22. It was a close game. They only won by 6, so I barely covered by a point.
Drake May every week is just kind of proving.
I'm telling you, man.
He's beast.
I've been talking about it for the past few weeks. Drake May's the guy.
I've been talking about it for like the last 38 seconds.
And that's on Ja Morant.
New follower though.
That's on Ja Morant.
I think that's on Ja.
Hey, shout out, Ja.
Is the Ja crash out coming?
Um,
I mean, they're good right now, but one of these days, you think he's just going to be like,
anybody who lives in
then bang.
Anybody who lives in
He's
Memphis,
suspended.
anybody who lives in Memphis has a 100% crash out rate.
Yes.
I'm sorry if you're from Memphis or you live in Memphis or you like Memphis.
But this is the truth.
100% crash out rate. Get an education.
Especially with the sports over there. Ugh.
Yeah, it's yeah. Mm-mm. Anyway, Drake May goated with the sauce. Good for him. And yeah, Matthew Stafford doing his thing and pulling through.
Classic.
5-5.
What?
Them Rams.
What?
Sneaking up in there. 5-5.
4 wins in the last 5?
Matthew Stafford 4 touchdown passes.
What? 4 for 4? Wendy's?
Puka and Cooper Kupp 3 touchdowns combined. Is the world ending? Stay tuned.
Is Wendy's 4 for 4 ending?
Yeah, it is. But you know what? For the greater good, it's now 3 for 3.
Really?
No,
I was gonna say. I was like, dang.
no.
It's
Reggie
going.
Bush wouldn't approve that. He's in the Wendy's commercials.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Wendy's with the
Yeah, he was
freaking
like, you guys with. If you want me in the commercials, you're gonna have to change it to a 5 for 5.
the Krabby Patty meal that they tried to do. Oh my
It was the
god.
commercials that
Yeah,
steered it away. It was
and
so annoying.
we all knew it was just a single Dave burger.
And the
Single
sauce was
yeah
like mayo, ketchup.
secret sauce, dude. Yeah, Plankton would have been a rich man by now if he would have known the secret sauce that
Dude, I
easily.
bet if they sold the Chum Burger, everyone would be there.
Dude, yeah, they could literally put a pile of garbage in between two moldy buns and be like Chum Burger.
No, I'm not saying that. Like, hear me out. Wendy's has Chili's or chili, right?
Yes.
They don't have Chili's. I don't
They put
develop.
multiple chilies
They
into
might
this
own
chili.
Chili's. Who knows? Wendy's, you have the chili. Make manwiches, sloppy joes, whatever the term is, and call them chumwiches.
And
If you're not gonna do it, pal, better hurry it up because we're gonna do it.
wasn't the chum wasn't it like gray inside the burgers?
Yeah, it looked nasty, but I just you want it to be appetizing, but it can sell the name. I just feel like that's the closest look. Maybe
That's
roast
fair.
beef,
That's fair
but
because
they don't have roast beef. They already have fire chili,
the Krabby
so they
Patties
can mix the chili in with whatever.
Krabby Patties
What is it?
are circle, and those Wendy's burgers are square. So
Yeah, that's the other thing they dropped the ball on.
stupid.
Like, if anything, it should have been Burger King doing that, and then Wendy's brings out the Chum Burger.
And then they have a pineapple smoothie or something that goes with it. We're just drinking SpongeBob's house. Like, what are they thinking? We cook a
I don't know about
beautiful.
you, but like pineapple makes my mouth itchy. Like I just like when I'm drinking it.
Let us know in the comments if your mouth is itchy from pineapples.
I'm guessing I'm the only one that suffers from pineapple itchiness syndrome. Hey,
Man.
if you have piss,
If you have piss, get yourself checked immediately. You don't need pineapple itchy syndrome in this. All right, let's move on here. Indianapolis went to New York to take on the Jets.
The battle of hot ass.
I took the Jets in a last resort of me saying, "They'll turn it around." No, they're done. They ain't turning around.
All right,
They're done. They're trash. Aaron should have retired at the end of his Green Bay tenure, and it would look better on his career. But that's what you did. You made a laughing stock of an NFL team.
All right.
That's how I feel.
So I had Colts +4. This was a battle of hot ass, as I said. Two terrible teams battling to show that they can get hot, that they are a hot team, that they're not garbage. They're just hot garbage. And the Colts prevailed in that battle. And the Jets have also fired Joe Douglas.
Thanks, Joe. Thank you, Joe,
Good
for
luck, Joe.
bringing all of these pieces together and accomplishing nothing out of it.
Yep.
We want to thank you for that.
He thought of his team as a campfire. He said, I want that piece of wood. I want that piece of wood. That one. Give me all the wood.
And you know what was
and
wrong?
let's just light it on fire.
All the wood was wet. That's what he did. He grabbed wet bundles of wood and tried to start a fire. Like an idiot.
Idiot. All right.
All right, that's the Jets.
All right. The Browns went on to New Orleans, where
Nobody
New
watched
Orleans
this game.
was favored by 1.
Did anybody actually watch this game?
No, I kind of forgot this game.
Shout out Tom.
But hey, the spread happened. We hit the spread.
Yep.
And it was a typical Taysom game of him having one game where he takes over, has like 30 to 40 fantasy points.
He didn't have 1 touchdown. He didn't have 2 touchdowns. He had 3 touchdowns.
3.
On the ground. They said Alvin Kamara.
Who are you, pal?
We don't even know you around here. You just signed a contract extension. We don't know you.
I think they just keep forgetting they paid Taysom too.
I think they literally keep forgetting they legitimately have Taysom Hill on the roster. Like they're like,
because when he goes off, they win.
It's like 4 or 5 games go by and they're like,
crap, I forgot. And you know what he's going to have next week?
He's right behind me, isn't he? He's just standing there.
Next week, he's going to have like 2 attempts. He's going to have like 2 fantasy points.
Oh, yeah.
Week. That's what's known as a typical Taysom game. Oh, and MVS is still wide receiver 1.
Nasty, but hey, congratulations. Congratulations.
Tried to tell you.
No. This doesn't count.
Hey.
Mm-mm.
Stay tuned for next week.
All
right. Seattle went to San Francisco, and they were underdogs at 6.5, and we both did not take that.
Imagine Geno Smith rushing for a touchdown to beat you in your own house. I hate both these teams. It could have been better if they both just tied, honestly. Will we see a tie this year? I don't think so. I think this is going to be a year without the tie. Shut up. Moving on.
Makes me want to say there's going to be a tie just to prevail. Yeah, no, there won't be a tie, I don't think.
No, there won't. I wrote the script.
If our chance was a tie was in Germany with the Giants and Panthers, it went into overtime.
That was our best bet.
That was literally the best bet.
Two ass teams just played each other. I mean,
yeah. So we're out on that one.
The Niners.
I hope no one placed a tie to happen this year because it won't. Now that we just said it will, though.
Yeah, it's gonna happen this week, and that.
All right. So yeah, they didn't cover -6.5. We had the 49ers. Are they in a Super Bowl slump?
Yeah. Good analysis, Tim.
Falcons going to Denver, where there was
no game here. It was one-sided battle. Atlanta sucks.
I took Atlanta plus 2.5.
It's bad, man.
But it's just biased being an AFC West fan. I just kind of thought, with Bijan, Drake London,
understandable,
Kyle Pitts, Kirk Cousins,
and especially
Mooney, Jesse Bates, Matthew Judon, Young Ho.
Is Grady Jarrett there?
Grady Jarrett, yeah. How
that dude is?
I was just kind of thinking with all those dogs, you don't lose to Bo Nix, rookie. Troy Franklin, rookie. Marvin Mims, Cortland Sutton, Javonte Williams,
Jaleel McLaughlin.
Can you name anyone else?
That
PS2.
Estime.
See, he doesn't even count. He's not at that echelon yet. That's like me saying Tyler Algier.
Quinn Miners.
Who I could have said.
Quinn Miners on the offensive line, dog.
So, that's kind of my thought.
That's about where we
That's why I took the Falcons, because there's way more dogs there. But, whatever.
The Broncos are a wagon. I were you, I would be scared.
I don't want to think about it quite yet. But, yes, I'm scared.
But
the more you think about fear, the more it becomes you. So... I'm not going to sit scared of, are the Broncos coming? Are they going to make the playoffs? Are the Chargers coming? Are they going to take us down?
Okay. All right. I get it. Hey, that's the confidence of a back-to-back Super Bowl champion right now. So, but the question really stands, though, is we love Jaden Daniels, Rookie of the Year. But is there some controversy in the pick now?
Bo Nix is sneaking up there.
The stats are
they're similar.
You can have an argument. And would it be fair to say that Bo Nix is doing it with a less supportive cast around him than the Commanders? Do you take Cortland?
Yeah, that's
Cortland
kind of
Sutton,
what I was just going to add before. Yeah. There's way more weapons in Washington.
I'm taking Terry over Cortland Sutton.
Yes.
Are you taking Brian Robinson Jr. over Javonte Williams?
Yes.
Okay. Are you taking? I don't even know who the Broncos tight end is.
Dolchich. Greg Dolchich.
I will take Zach Ertz over them.
I'm going to take that long, curly-haired man
What
from
is
the
it?
Broncos, unfortunately. Any tight end with long, curly hair,
Goated.
TJ Hawkinson. George Kittle.
Dan Campbell. In his coaching career, not his
Okay.
not his playing
Bo
career.
Nix versus Jaden Daniels, Rookie of the Year. Ding, ding, ding.
They're gonna duke it out, and I think it's gonna come down to. I think it's gonna come down to. I think they both could get into the playoffs pretty easily.
Oh, that would be cool if they both make the playoffs. And it's like,
What if they are in the Super Bowl?
oh my
A
goodness.
Broncos Washington Super Bowl.
All right, moving on.
What is this? 1979? Get out of my face.
Okay. So the Chiefs went on to Buffalo, where they were underdogs at +2, where we took them because normally, when Mahomes is an underdog, you take him.
You should take it.
But I should have listened to myself. In the beginning of the season, if you look back in our episode, I said we would go 9-0 until we play the Bills, the Buffalo Bills. And I said we would lose to them. And we did. But, conspiracy time here. I think we purposely lost.
What?
Think about it. Think about it.
An
Doesn't
NFL
get crazy.
team purposely losing.
Yes.
We might need some NFL
Now, I'm not-
investigations.
I legit, subtly, we did a QB spy. Mahomes did look rough. Andy Reid wasn't calling the plays that he normally plays. His time management was rough. In the regular season, we always lose to the big dogs, but then we beat them in the playoffs. I mean, I could keep listing some things here, but I just think we purposely lost for motivation. Even after the game, Mahomes is like, our goal wasn't to be undefeated. We're locked in now, or something along the lines.
I don't. I see, and I. As crazy as it seems, I
don't think the players wanted to lose. I think the coaches were calling things differently.
I think I could get behind it because ever since Mahomes said that in the match that he likes to make it it's entertainment. He's in the entertainment. He wants to make it entertaining.
Yeah.
And I can't put anything past him now. What he does, it's like if you lose a game, it's like, did he do this for the entertainment purpose of creating even a bigger playoff game that is set to probably come up?
Yeah.
I mean, he's just building, there's some marketing, ideology behind it.
My other thought is when you've already won 2 back-to-back Super Bowls and that team is mainly still together, or someone in that team has won a ring from the last year, there's a lot of trust in that building. You all kind of know what's going on, and there's always a plan every week going in. Coaches have a plan. I'm not saying they went and said, hey, we're going to lose this game. I'm just saying they know how to motivate their players at the same time. And I feel like if a lot of the players are pissed about them losing the game or how the coaches called it, the coaches I think they probably purposely wanted it. Honestly, if I had 2 back-to-back Super Bowls under my belt and we're going for a third one, what do you really have to lose when you're 9-0 also? So,
yeah. I mean, honestly, being 9-0,
I'm not saying we purposely lost, but I'm just saying I think we purposely didn't game plan as hard as we should have. Steve always QB spies. He's very good against the run. James Cook had 2 touchdowns against us. Everything that we were good at wasn't good. Last year, we were top dog in sacks. Chris Jones only has 3 on the year, and we're one of the last. We're not getting the pressure that we normally do against rushing quarterbacks. We just did a lot of weird off things. So
it felt like a lot
maybe we were trying to experiment, call different plays. But why experiment? playing a big team like the Bills.
Right, and a lot of the contain that I saw from the edge rushers, it seemed like they weren't really holding those edges, keeping. I mean, like Josh Allen just had a lot of lanes to just run right up through the. The edge rushers are coming around and creating this circle around the back of him just to step up, and he only has to do with maybe 2 rushers on 3 linemen there.
Yeah,
I mean, he had lanes all day in that game, which is unlike the Chiefs to have a game like that. And
normally we're LA traffic. You're not getting through anywhere.
I mean, look at Lamar Jackson last year against you guys. I mean, he wasn't running around, and
That's
because you
the thing.
shut
We
it.
always QB spy.
Yeah.
Did not QB spy at all.
Yep.
So
It's
I
a
don't know.
tough
I don't
one.
want to be that guy where everyone's like, "Oh, conspiracy. This dude's just saying he's joining along the bandwagon, blah blah blah." But I've kind of invested into it. I don't see all the points that I said. I don't really see why.
This looks better for in the case of talking about how we thought the Panthers could just possibly be that first upset on the Chiefs list.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, you got it out of the way now, so this next game should feel better for you.
Yeah, it's revenge week now. So, all right,
Sunday night football,
mm,
a game actually worth waiting for.
yeah,
Honestly, we waited all day for this Sunday night game, and I tell you what,
and all night with daylight savings time.
I had J.K. Dobbins to just rush for 40 yards. He had 23 until the very last snap whenever he ran it into the end zone.
Hey, shout out.
Shout out, JK. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And my fantasy team appreciates the 2 tuds as well.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's on fire, but he probably won't get an MVP because the team sucks.
The best candidate for MVP is on one of the worst teams in the AFC right now. Yeah. And competing with the Browns at the bottom of the AFC North. That's sad, man. Yeah. It's wild. It is wild that a team can put up 30-plus points each week, week on, week out, and still have 7 losses on the season.
And they almost came back. The Chargers almost blew it again like they normally do.
Oh, man.
But
I bet they were getting
Brandon. This would be a different story if they were just a little bit closer.
They were getting Brandon Staley PTSD in their head. They were like, Trevor Lawrence, no, please.
I bet, yeah.
But
all right.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football, Battle of Texas here. The Texans went to Dallas. And the Texans were favored 7.5, and we hammered that, and it happened.
Very easily. Very easily. It was looking a little scary in the first half.
Yeah.
It was
first half for sure. Yeah.
17-10, something like that. It was close, one-score game. Seemed like Cooper Rush starting to find a rhythm.
Rush.
You
felt the rush.
Yeah, I felt the cush.
But yeah, the team's falling apart. Stadium's falling apart. Yeah. Literally, like sheet metal or something.
Two. Yeah, they had to actually. They had somebody climb up on the rafters and bolt that piece of sheet metal down while the game went on, so that way it wouldn't fall off.
Said, "Where's the duct tape?"
They're like,
"We're playing this game."
Honestly, that's how the Dallas
they should have
Cowboys
just moved it to the Astrodome. Even though energy is right there where Houston plays. Yeah. But why not?
Go put in the Houston Rockets. Just put it in there. Who cares?
The whole stadium is the...
They should put a hole through it and put it up like a banner. Just a piece of sheet metal just hanging up there in the rafters like a banner.
It's like reflecting, taking down...
Like, what year does that say? It doesn't say anything.
I don't know. I'm slowly losing my vision the more I look at the piece of metal.
Just shining. These seats are awful.
My eyes! There's cars swerving everywhere. It reminds me of that one iCarly episode where it's like that big sign he puts on the highway.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
It said like that one word, and the car started. Oh, all right, moving on. So yeah, that was our week 11 slate,
and it was a good week of football.
Not for the Chiefs.
Not for the Chiefs, but. And it almost wasn't for the Packers, but it is what it is, and we'll take it. We'll happily take it.
It is what it is.
11 straight against the Bears. That is the record for the most consecutive wins in that rivalry. The Bears had it with 10 straight games at one point. We just passed them. So we hold the most wins in a row. They haven't won since 2018.
Shout out. All right, so yeah, we finished week 11. I go 6-7. and 2-3 on our split decisions.
And believe this, I beat him by 1, 7-6, 3-2 in the split, of course. And surprisingly, the all-time record comes out to a dead heat tie.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
We're both just one game under 500 for our spread picks, and the split is a dead even 9-9. So this week we'll decide.
Maybe.
Yeah, we
we
might
be tied again.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. It shows we're consistent. And I tell you what, with the bets we're making and the money we're winning, we're picking the right games. Because I'm picking the 7, not the 6, and he's picking the 6, not the 7, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So shout out a good week of football.
All right, moving on to a new segment we want to bring in called
Benchwarmer
of the Week.
Of the Week.
Benchwarmer of the Week. We are going to be going through once a week. Both of us will find someone that we thought who's on a backup on some team,
Second,
on the bench,
third
second string, third, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Someone who balled out for their team and showed them, I'm the best bench warmer and it's time to start me. Or this is why I'm on the bench.
I mean, just
not everything is bad about being on the bench. That's why it's bench time out here.
Yeah.
Because
look at Alex Moran from Blue Mountain State. He had the greatest experience at the Goat House because he never played. He was the backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Light work.
Look at Kurt Benkirk. 1-0.
1-0.
Bench warmer of the week.
No, I wouldn't even give him bench warmer of the week for a kneel down. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I'd give it to Marcus Mariota whenever he had a good game this year. I would give it to him.
I'd give it to Antonio Brown, ripping the jersey off, throwing it.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
That's I guess awesome. He wasn't on the bench.
Yeah.
But, So, yeah, let's get on to the point here. So, my bench warmer of the week is our backup tight end, Noah Gray. No bias here, but he balled out. 2 touchdowns. I mean, he's the reason why we are still in that game is because of his touchdowns. And he's second string. And, man, if we didn't have Travis Kelce, obviously he would be a very good tight end for us. But if he would plug him in on any other team, he is definitely tight end 1, and he is balling out and helping for their team.
I think there's a lot of teams.
He blocks well. He's out there and receiving well.
Yeah. There's a lot of teams out there that would love to have a Noah Gray on their team. And I think he's taken to Kelce very well. He's that little zone guy. He's going to find the open zones just like how Kelce does. And I think Patrick Mahomes and him, they're starting to get a chemistry together. He could be the long-term guy there in Kansas City for at least, I don't know how old he is, but,
I think we just re-signed him to a 3-year deal. So
I don't blame you guys. Keep it in-house. Keep it in-house. So that is...
so that's my bench warmer of the week.
And of course, we got to keep it in-house here. We got the Chiefs bench warmer of the week. I got a Packers bench warmer of the week.
We'll try not to do this next week.
Yeah, this will not happen again, but for the case
happen to happen.
For the case of this, Carl Brooks. Shout out Carl Brooks from Bowling Green. What a dog. Had a great season last year. Has been pretty quiet this year. Probably new scheme, just trying to figure it out. Has kind of been buried on the depth chart a little bit. But whenever it came time to block a field goal on Cairo Santos, Chiefs legend, it was great. It was great to see. I mean, he put all his effort into it. I mean, just a great design, good rush. A lot of Bears fans are complaining that we were pushing the center down, climbing over the center. We weren't even lined up over the center at all as well. We just happened to bowl the guy over. So it's his fault for being
honestly
unagile.
You said Bears fans. If I have not even heard that at all.
Yeah.
So it sounds like the Bears fans are just kind of.
Oh yeah, it's just Bears
trying
tripping.
To find something.
Yeah, it's probably like the Broncos fans from last week trying to figure out something in that game. It's like, well, I mean, you got to block the kick.
The classic
on you,
refs, but you know how it is.
And that's how it is. So
all right,
that'll wrap up the bench warmers for the week.
Next. Every 2 weeks, power rankings.
Power rankings.
Top 14 teams because that's how many teams make the playoffs. So,
number one. No movement from last week on the. Oh, wait a second.
I was gonna say, I was like,
Yeah.
top dog here. A little. Ooh, we got
This is a.
we got them out the edge of their seat right now. They're like number one.
Number one already. Well, I guess you already found out that it's a no movement from last week, but
Whoa.
I already established that they heard that legally. They didn't pay a legal audio for that.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
But we're not
gonna tell them the number one spot.
But we're not gonna tell them the rest. We're gonna work right back down for 14.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're number one. You get to know where you're at.
Yeah,
immediately.
And I think everyone knows who this team is and where they're at.
The Lions.
I hate them. I hate them.
I like to see them kind of balling out.
I love to see them balling out the past couple of years, but now it's like, please get them out of our division, man. Get them out, please.
Especially with the Vikings being unexpectedly good,
dude,
and the Bears kind of still lingering.
I mean, realistically, the Vikings should be like 6-4. Like they should have been losing some games. It's so bad. Anyway, Lions number one. Congratulations, you guys deserve it. And screw you on the rest of them. So let's go all the way to 14.
And keep in mind, there's one spot out of here.
Yeah,
Falcons, you're gone. You're out of here.
The Falcons.
You've been taken over. You'll see soon by who.
Kirk O'Chain's not it right now.
No.
Not cooking.
At 14, we have the Rams. They did not move a spot.
But they're still holding their weight.
But they're still balling.
I like the Rams. If the offense just keeps going, Stafford keeps playing as well as he is right at this moment, and that defense takes steps, I mean, you could see them sneaking in 7th spot.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. NFC's
tough right now.
NFC's tough.
It's tough. But
what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Never know.
14's good enough for them, so enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Next, the Cardinals, who also did not move a spot at 13.
Which, the Cardinals,
bye week.
I think it's fair. You had a bye week. We got you last week for beating the Jets, so Cardinals
13. Hey.
I
bet you guys didn't even expect this.
We did though.
What?
We did. 7th seed to make the playoffs. We predicted it. It could happen.
It should.
It will.
It shall.
It will. Thanks to bench time.
All right. The new member of the power rankings taking over the Falcons, the Denver Broncos. At 12.
The Mile High Ponies make their appearance.
Mile High asses.
Hey, Bo Nix got them. The Bo Nix has got them rolling right now. Sean Payton, man, could be looking for Coach of the Year. Just kidding. All right, let's not get that crazy.
Calm down.
But hey, the Broncos are looking good.
Bo Nix looking good.
They got a spot in the playoffs as of right now. I mean, they're fighting.
Hey,
they're fighting.
They've got the gloves on.
They got the gloves on. They're not 14 ounces like, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul were using. None of those big old juicy gloves. Just
big old juicy gloves.
No, none of that.
Yeah.
None of that. So the Broncos, good for them. Making a list. Finally. Could have done it earlier, but it's where they stand.
Hey, they're the David, but they forget
Goliath.
Boxing gloves isn't going to defeat Goliath.
And coming in at number 11, a heavy dropper in this one. The Commanders dropped 7 spots.
Yeah.
7 spots. And
2 in a row loss.
It's really hard to hold it against them because they played some tough opponents, and Jaden Daniels is only a rookie. And, it's that defense is still that defense. I mean, they're letting up over 21 points a game. On average, it's up in the 30s sometimes.
Right.
The defense is just not holding their weight.
And Jaden Daniels hasn't really looked himself since the rib injury.
That injury has definitely made him think, you know what, maybe I should just throw this ball right instead of tucking down and running.
Maybe I should run 5 yards a game instead.
That's a good game plan.
Yeah. Even though they lost 2 in a row.
Write that down.
All right, moving on. The Texans at number 10. They move up 1 spot. Yeah, they got Nico Collins back. Joe Mixon is on fire. I mean,
I mean,
look out for the Texans. They could start heating up.
Nico looked really good. I mean, he didn't have a whole lot of catches and yards to what people were expecting out of Nico's first game
Didn't
back.
have a lot of snaps though.
Yeah, he was definitely limited, just trying to get him easing back in. He would have had a 72-yard touchdown on the first play.
True.
But God forbid a lineman holds somebody. God forbid.
Always.
So, Texans, congratulations, jumping up a spot there, making your appearance back in the top 10. Coming in at number 9, we got quite a mover up on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Top 3 spots. Chung chung chung. We got the Chargers.
Up 3 spots. Yeah, Jim Harbaugh's got those boys cooking right now.
They're rolling.
Yeah.
They're rolling. That run game's going. Herbert's playing like Herbert we remember from like rookie year. Like he's throwing the ball downfield. He's making good passes. Quentin Johnson has come into his own. Lad McConkey's looking like that guy. Them Georgia boys.
He's
They're a bunch of dogs.
dogs.
That was a little dogs.
Probably need some water.
Yeah, need some bucket. All right, so Chargers, good for you guys moving up in the list. Coming in at number 8, my Packers.
My Packers.
We moved up a spot. We're still under somebody that I don't want to be under, but it is what it is because that's how it works. But the Packers moving up to 8. Good to see. We got to get the defense just locked in and rolling. Offense really needs to just hit the gas. Like Josh Jacobs is running like a madman, but we're just not. We got to establish that run early and then hit them play actions, and that's how we were making our money on Sunday. So, yeah. So coming in at number 7, dropping down a spot, the Minnesota Vikings.
Down 1. Yep. Yeah, they like you said earlier, they should have lost these last 2 games against the Jaguars and Titans. They looked rough, but they still won them.
Yeah.
But there's just other dogs that's moving up, so they go down 1. At number 6, the Ravens, they go down 3 after just losing to the Steelers. They also haven't really looked like insane like they did.
Yeah.
The last power ranking.
The Steelers shutting them down was, I mean, an
to
eye
field
opener.
goals too, brutal.
Yeah, you lose off of field goals. That's rough. That's bad.
Turn off the TV.
So
they moved down 3. The Eagles at number 5.
Jump back up in the top 5.
What? They move up 1. They've won 6 in a row.
Just about, I believe.
I think
yeah,
6 in a row. Yeah.
They're moving.
They're buzzing. They're flying.
It's a little scary.
They're soaring. Like you said, it's a little scary. Look in the toes right
Oh, you guys cannot see this on camera, but we have a feline getting deep into the toe beans.
Deep in the toe beans.
It's he would call it a feast, and I would call it disgusting.
Yeah, just nasty work. Anyways, yeah, Eagles at 5. Number 4, the Steelers. Yeah, they've moved up 3. Yeah, seeing the Steelers in the top 5 is not cool.
Yeah, what is this, 2016?
Yeah, seriously.
Get out of my face. And it's sad. It's sad that we see a Steelers team jump up this high. It's good for Steelers fans probably to see this, and they're happy that Russell Wilson's playing the way he is. The defense humming. Everything's going well. Didn't score a touchdown, though, against Baltimore, which still was enough. So that defense alone has got them in the top 5.
Yeah, which, hey,
yeah,
defense wins. Top 3, the Bills. They move up 2. They just beat us. Now you could be wondering, you're like, well, if the Bills are at 2,
3.
So that, or 3, then that means the Chiefs must be at 2. Well, you're correct. But how? The Chiefs just lost to the Bills. Well, we still have a better record. And the Bills lost to the Texans and the Ravens, 2 top dog teams. We've beaten multiple top dog teams, like the Broncos, Chargers, 49ers, Bengals, Ravens.
What?
So
I mean, it's going to be a flip and flop. I'm sure Chiefs fans watching this are going to love this, knowing that
maybe a little bias in here, but
number 2 will be the Chiefs, establishing that as we've just done. Just wanted to put that up there for you guys. If you didn't know, it's actually The Jaguars coming in at number 2. But the
Yeah,
Chiefs,
for real.
the Chiefs at 2. Just the fact that they just suffered their first loss, I think this is just gonna make them stronger. I mean, I don't think this is good for the league at all. Seeing them lose now, if anything, you wish they went undefeated, and then they'd have so much pressure mounting on them in the playoffs to keep the undefeated streak alive. Now they took a loss, and now they're just gonna get back to hungry.
We're back.
It's
We're gonna eat a panther.
Is that legal?
I don't know.
Look it up for us, please.
Maybe somewhere.
So that'll curve out the power rankings. Let us know if we suck at our jobs.
Yeah, let's know if we should be fired. Let us know if.
Just let us know. Amen.
I mean,
Amen.
dislike.
Whoa! No. Comment, subscribe, and like, please. And
dislike if we did not cook. We want to see those interactions.
yeah. If you hate us, show us. Stop being a little
There's
bitch.
gonna be like 30 dislikes because everyone's gonna be like, okay, fine, I will dislike.
We're gonna have no subscribers after this.
Yeah, for real. All right,
moving on. Week 12 slate. Wrap up the video here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get our predictions in. Let's do it.
Started off with the Chiefs going on to the Carolina Panthers, where we're gonna eat them, and we're gonna cover that spread minus 11.
11 is a lot, you will say. The Panthers.
What do you think? Minus 11?
Absolutely. And I'll give you the reason why. People are looking at this game going, 11 points? Yeah, I'm taking the other way because it's always how it goes. But when it comes off of a loss like this,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
this loss to the Bills the Bills are almost a division rival pretty much at this point for the Chiefs. I mean, they're playing enough times where it's like you're playing them twice a year pretty much. I mean, you play them one time in the season and you play them one time in the playoffs. You play them like a division rival.
yeah.
So they're going to be hungry. They're going to go out there. They're going to score a lot of points. Hopkins gets in the end zone. Kelsey gets in the end zone. Pacheco gets back in the end zone if he comes back. If he comes, God bless. God bless if he comes back.
He'll be back.
So Chiefs minus 11. We're hammering it.
Hammer it. The Lions go to the Colts. The Lod Hoss.
Only
the fake Lod Hoss.
7.5 here, which seems it's definitely low to Lions fans considering the games that they've been playing. But the Colts somewhere hit a groove last game, even though it is the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
And for that reason, I don't care if Indianapolis got a groove or not. Give me the Lions minus 7.5. It was always the Lions. It's the inevitable.
The books are terrified of the Lions. That's why it's so low.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why they said no. Come on, guys. There's still some old line in there. There's no way they win by 10. No, they're gonna win by 20.
Yeah,
20.
And so for my little sprinkle of a bet here, I would like to see an Anthony Richardson interception. Now, via Breeze Kings, we're looking at a minus 135.
Minus 135 on Breeze Kings.
For
Will
over.
He throw an interception?
Yes. I mean, come on, it's the Lions right now. And we know how Anthony Richardson likes to just throw this ball around like it's a pile of cheese or a child.
Okay. Yeah. Go on our Twitter page of Breeze Kings and vote in a poll of Anthony Richardson throwing an interception. Yes. Minus 125.
35.
35. All right. The Buccaneers go on to the Giants.
And the Giants
are underdogs at plus 5.5, where they will get destroyed by that 5.5.
It doesn't matter if this gets brought in because there's a little bit of shake and bake. That's Baker Mayfield. And what he's going to do is he's going to throw Mike Evans' touchdown pass.
Maybe.
If he plays.
If he plays. Might be plays.
Even if he's on a snap count, all of his snap counts are going to probably be in the red zone. Boom. So, for that reason, give me the Buccaneers.
Yeah, Bucks -5.5.
The
Easy.
Giants, just not it. And they should cover 6.
All right, the Patriots go to Miami. Miami is favored by 7. This is the game I was talking about earlier that I was trying to get to. Give me the Patriots +7.
And I will be rocking with him on this. Patriots +7, which was 7.5. Not going to worry about it too much. Drake May's just
Looking good.
we're having these little issues with him where he might throw an interception or just it's just rookie pains. But he's staying in games, and that's the thing. And I'm fully on board with the Drake May experience +7.
I like the Dolphins still win, but divisional games can be close, so I like the Patriots.
I think it's a 3 or 4 point game.
Yeah. All right. The Titans go to the Texans. And the Texans are favored -8.5.
Yeah, and
Hammer the Texans -8.5.
definitely here. The Titans have entered the world of we hate you. So,
Yeah,
and that's where they're
on
going
the
to stay.
shit list. You're done.
So, Texans there, they got everyone back healthy besides Stephon, which, of course, that's going to just be the case for the rest of the year. So, let them roll.
Yeah.
Let them roll.
The Vikings go to the Bears, and the Vikings are favored by 3.5.
The Vikings, I'm tired of them playing like crap and getting away with games.
Time they lose.
And this is the time they lose. The Bears looked good last week against us. We're not an easy defense, but we're also not the hardest defense, but we're a flaccid defense.
Chubb defense.
Medium chub. Medium chub.
Schmidem.
So,
Schmidy Chubbin.
and that's why I think the Bears are
I'm
going to
name
get
my dog Schmida Chubbin.
Schmida Chubbin. Come here, Schmida Chubbin. Come here.
Come here. Here's a good Chubb.
Time for
Here's a good Chubb.
flea medication. Oh my god. All right.
Yeah, you're gonna have fleas.
The Bears
That name.
+3.5.
Yeah. Yeah, they barely lost to you guys, but I think
I think they could win this
being
game.
home again, another rival.
Yeah.
They're like, let's take down these guys, and you guys are better than the Vikings, I would say. So,
unfortunately, the power rankings doesn't show that, but it's the truth. It's the truth. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt until I don't have to do that anymore.
But all right, the Cowboys go to Washington. How are we feeling here? They're underdogs +10.5.
Oh, 10.5. Yeah. Oh, man, the Cowboys really just got to get it going.
The what Cowboys?
The Dallas
Cowboys.
Give me the Commanders -10.5. I don't care if it's 20.5,
30.5.
The Commanders are such a better football team. Everyone in Dallas has given up.
They're ready for
it's
Christmas.
Done. Yeah, they're ready for Cancun.
Now Thanksgiving is right around the corner. They're going to lose this week, and then next week they're like, all right, we have to win for Thanksgiving, and they're playing the Giants, I think. So they're going to lose this game.
Imagine Tommy DeVito beats him on Thanksgiving. Oh my!
It'll happen.
God.
It's going to give them that.
Yeah, the gabagool.
Sid, you guys like turducken?
Well,
I like gabagool.
Dude, imagine it's just resembles a turkey, but it's all made out of just like pastrami and like a bunch of like Italian cold cut meats, and it's like dig in. It's just meats. Like cutting the meats. It's
all right.
Oh my god. So that's
Washington -10.5.
Always
easy.
Then we got Denver open it up for the 3:00 slate against Vegas. Yeah. Denver's on a freaking heater, and I'm not gonna stop.
They're on a simmer.
They're like whenever the water just starts boiling, but you're not quite ready to put the pasta in because once you put the pasta in, then it's gonna stop boiling
right when
for
you
a
add
second.
the salt.
Yeah,
they're adding the salt time right now. So they're about to start cooking, or you're about to shut the water off because you realized you don't have sauce.
I forgot to go to the store.
You can't make pasta without sauce. You can't do anything without some sauce.
It's better than the Raiders, though, because the Raiders are technically, in this analogy, homeless. They're homeless. They don't even have
The Raiders
anywhere to
are
warm up.
a moldy spoon, and that's the only thing that you can stir the pasta with.
The Raiders are like that one Cheeto that gets stuck under the fridge and it just stays there for life.
Mm. Mm. The Raiders are like that one penny that's at the bottom of your car cup holder, but it slowly gets soaked in, like, nastiness from the cup holder.
Absolutely. Yeah, the Raiders are bad.
Yeah. Give me the Broncos.
5.5.
-5.5.
Easy.
All right, the 49ers go to your guys' house. It's a good rivalry matchup here. This is the Bills-Chiefs echelon of the NFC for you guys.
Yeah, and this is where we're going to get our first split of the week.
Yeah.
And it's going to go in my favor of the Packers for my side. I'm going to take a -2.5. This is, I ain't going to lie, this is pure biasy. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm hoping we win. That's about it.
I'm taking the 49ers +2.5. I think this is where they need to get it rolling. And a little sprinkle of a bet, a Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown. He hasn't gotten one yet since coming back. And sorry, your guys' run defense is a little rough. So Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown with 49ers +2.5.
And you can get that Christian McCaffrey for a pretty good low price on Breeze Kings.
At 150.
-150 for a Christian McCaffrey touchdown? Ain't nobody throwing these boosts around.
Check it out via Breeze Kings. All right. Arizona's going to Seattle. It's a big one.
This is a good little divisional
really.
game.
It is for them, though.
In the 12th man house, the 12th man house just got a win last week in San Francisco. So for that reason, I'm going to keep the heated Cardinals going. And I'm going to take them to win this game.
I'm also going to be taking... Wait. No, I'm not taking the Cardinals. I'm taking the Seahawks.
Whoa.
What?
We got flip-flop.
Just kidding. Yeah, the Cardinals have won 4 in a row. Seahawks just came off a big win against the 49ers. That's the win they needed. I'm going to take the Seahawks -1. And another sprinkle of a bet, a DK Metcalf anytime touchdown. He's been hurt. Bye week, he came back, got lots of yards, showed that, hey, I know you guys missed me. Didn't get that touchdown, though.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals don't have like the craziest secondary at all, and DK always cooks against the Cardinals. Yeah. Give me a DK Metcalf anytime touchdown on Breeze Kings for +125.
And do you remember whenever DK ran down Buda Baker?
Yes.
That's anytime I think of the Seahawks and the Cardinals, that's just a memory that always.
That play should pop up in your head.
It should be like,
think about DK and the Cardinals.
Can we create like a highlights Hall of Fame and just like put that in there somewhere? Like, let's put it in
just
there.
That video.
Just loop. Just a loop. Endless loop.
Endless loopage.
Endless loopage.
Sunday night football. We're going to be waiting all night for this one because the Eagles are going to go to LA to play the Rams.
The Rams.
Not the Chargers this time. The Rams get Sunday night football.
And I like this game for the pure fact that it's time for the Eagles to drop a game. So I will personally take the Rams +2.5. We could end up in a situation where the Eagles win 33-31 and I cover my 2.5 and I'll still be happy about it. But I do think the Rams have a chance to beat the Eagles Sunday Night Football.
Yeah. I think the Eagles are just really hot right now. So
yeah,
I'm going to take the Eagles -2.5. Moving on. For Monday Night Football.
Big game.
Big game here.
Big game here.
Big game here.
It's a good one in the AFC. Baltimore travels to LA after LA played a Sunday night game, so let's get the field changed over pretty dang quick for these Chargers.
Yeah.
The Chargers in their own house, a +3 underdog.
There should be a transition video of like how quick they do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think Oakland did that a long time ago. They did a video showing a transition between the Raiders and baseball. That would be cool if SoFi showed a video on how they transfer
Yeah.
those two.
Especially for a game like this. I mean, they're
Yeah.
going to have to hustle. Like, somebody just put a camera up there and just time lapse it.
Yeah,
Like, it's not
seriously.
that hard.
Just buy a ticket for both games, hide your phone, time lapse it.
They're in LA. That's probably like the place that has the most abundance of cameras besides maybe New York. Like, those are two like cameras
You think they would already have done this, but
easily.
whatever.
But God
We're not
forbid.
marketing.
And for that, we think the Chargers finally drop a game.
Yes. And the Ravens are probably pissed after losing the field goals. So,
Yeah.
Ravens -3.
I think it's solid.
Yeah.
I think it's solid. The Harbaugh Bowl, so it's going to be a
Harbaugh
good
Bowl.
game. J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, revenge.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect too
It's
much.
going to be a good one. Now, you might have noticed, what's the lock of the week? How am I supposed to bet? What am I supposed to do? Hey, sometimes there just isn't a lock of the week. We left the key somewhere. We can't lock it because nothing spoke to us.
We're leaving
It can only be a lock if you know it's a lock.
we're leaving the key for you guys. You go
This
find
week
it.
you got to figure it out. But
You look at this, you find it, you unlock it, and you achieve it.
you find that power. And you make those big buku bucks. But next week we'll have a lock. But you just can't have a lock every week. Take a break. Settle down.
With great parlays come great payouts.
Yes.
That was terrible.
No, that's good.
Okay.
That's good. Oh.
Well,
All right.
thank you guys for watching once again. That is the Week 12 slate with the Week 11 wrap up with a little bit of power rankings involved.
Yeah. Go ahead and follow on Breeze Kings, new X, Twitter, whatever you want to talk about. Follow us on Bench Time on Twitter. Obviously, subscribe, like everything on YouTube.
On
Do
the
us a
X,
favor on that
on the
one.
YouTube.
Follow on Instagram.
The TikTok, the Instagram.
The Talk.
All of those.
Yeah.
Follow them all.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week for a recap and another episode of Bench Time.
Peace.
See ya.